Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm talking about marijuana again. The US is split on legal marijuana. Here's where. I'll put a link to this article in the description for the video. The US is nearly split. 24 states allow recreational marijuana while 26 do not. Legalization is spreading inland, with Ohio, Minnesota, and Delaware joining in 2023. Only 10 states fully prohibit marijuana, as most others allow medical use in some form. Recreational marijuana is now legal in nearly half of the United States, leaving the country almost evenly divided. As of 2026, 24 states and Washington, D.C. allow adult use cannabis, while 26 states have yet to legalize it. This narrow gap underscores how legalization has expanded beyond early adopters, while still facing resistance across much of the South and parts of the Midwest. The map above shows where recreational marijuana is legal for adults over 21 based on data from Encyclopedia Britannica, highlighting a country approaching a potential tipping point. Legalization follows a clear geographic pattern. Legalization is concentrated along the Pacific coast and in the Northeast, while much of the South and parts of the Midwest remain holdouts. This divide reflects broader political and cultural differences shaping cannabis policy across the country. The three most recent states to legalize recreational marijuana were Ohio, Minnesota, and Delaware in 2023. Okay, I'll let you read this for yourself. But look, I've been a bit of a I'm on this thing. I'm against this. Okay, I'm not telling you that marijuana shouldn't be available. But if you're under 25 and your brain's still developing, you shouldn't be using this stuff. I can't tell you how many families we speak to who have a young adult in the family who started using marijuana in their teens, early 20s, and they are really messed up. Okay, really messed up. They're experiencing hallucinations, their psychosis. They're in complete denial. It's almost, I use this term, the hijacked brain. It's as if their brain had been hijacked. Okay, it looks like them, it sounds like them, it walks like them, but they are not running the show. Okay, they are living in a completely different universe from the rest of us. And that is very frustrating for families because they don't understand what's going on. It's the marijuana. Okay, and growing up in the United Kingdom as a child of the 80s, listen, I had friends who used marijuana, and I didn't think it was going to be a big deal because most of those folks went on to have very productive lives. They got married, they had children, they did their thing. Okay, but the marijuana of today is not the marijuana of the 80s or even the 90s. This stuff is very potent. It's, for the most part, completely unregulated, and it will damage your brain permanently if you allow a young person to use it. That's just my 2 cents. I just share what I see. And I know I've taken a lot of flack, and I'm sure I will for this video, but I'm going to continue, pounding on my desk about this. We got to regulate it somehow, control it. Banning it's not realistic because, frankly, we know we had it banned, and look what happened. It was available on the streets, and it was laced with all kinds of horrible stuff. So that doesn't work, and I'm not going to argue for banning. I'm just going to argue for strict regulation, though. So if you're a family out there, you're dealing with a loved one who's using, and you're seeing the consequences of that, we'd like to talk to you about what options may or may not be available, both legal and non-legal, and sometimes a combination thereof. And if there's an issue going on in your family, and I've not made you a video about that, let me know. Post in the comments. I will make you a video, because if it's affecting your family, good chance it's affecting somebody else's. And these videos are about getting you the information that you need. If you like the content that I put out there, please give me a thumbs up. They tell me it helps with the algorithm, that it, hopefully gets in front of more families so we can help more people, which is the goal here. And if you like this content, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, thanks for tuning into this video. See you next time. Bye-bye.